Prepare for a thrilling journey into the captivating world of Crystal Bernard, a small-town dreamer whose talent and charm made her a Hollywood sensation. We'll unveil rare photos, shocking secrets, and the electrifying moments that shaped her rise to fame. This is more than an actress's tale, it's a whirlwind of ambition, heartbreak, and timeless melodies. Alongside the stars who crossed her path, discover the real Crystal, bold, brilliant, and utterly unforgettable. Take a seat as we step into her dazzling spotlight. Imagine a warm September evening in 1961, September 30th, to be exact, in the sleepy town of Garland, Texas. That's when Crystal Lynn Bernard took her first breath, born into a family pulsing with passion and purpose. Her father, Jerry Wayne Bernard, was no ordinary man. He was a preacher whose fiery sermons could shake the rafters, a Southern evangelist with a voice that commanded attention. Her mother, Galen Fussell, was the gentle counterpoint, a teacher whose quiet dedication shaped young minds with care. Together, they raised Crystal and her three sisters in a home steeped in faith, music, and the untamed spirit of the American South. From the moment she could walk, Crystal was a whirlwind of energy. Picture a little girl with golden curls, trailing her dad across dusty towns as he preached, her eyes wide with wonder at the world beyond. By age 8, she'd already grabbed the mic, teaming up with her older sister Robin to record Monkey Song, a gospel ditty for Feud and Fussin' and Freddin'. The crowd roared, who was this tiny Texan with a voice like an angel? It was clear, something extraordinary was brewing. Music wasn't just a pastime, it was her lifeline, a spark that flickered brighter with every note. But Crystal wasn't content to stay in one lane. As a teen, she stormed Houston's Alley Theater, diving headfirst into acting classes that ignited her love for the stage. She'd stand under those lights, losing herself in characters, her Southern twang weaving magic into every line. Then came the curveball. Instead of chasing fame right away, she enrolled at Baylor University to study international relations. A preacher's daughter with a global mind. Crystal was a paradox, grounded yet restless, a dreamer with roots deep in Texas soil. Those early years weren't just a beginning, they were the forge where a star was shaped. Fast forward to 1982, Crystal's ready to take on the world. At 21, she lands her first TV gig as Kelly in Gimme a Break, a sitcom buzzing with energy. It's a small part, but for Crystal, it's a crash course in the chaos of Hollywood: long hours, bright lights, and the relentless pace of a soundstage. She thrives, soaking it all in like a sponge. That same year, she steps onto the big screen in Young Doctors in Love, a zany comedy packed with fresh faces like Sean Young and Michael McKean. It's light, it's silly, and Crystal shines as a spark of Southern charm amid the madness. Critics might have shrugged, but audiences noticed her that glow, that ease. Then comes Happy Days. It's 1982, and the iconic sitcom's in its twilight, but Crystal breathes new life into it as Casey Cunningham. She's not the star, not yet, but she steals every scene she's in. Casey's a firecracker, funny, lovable, a girl next door with a mischievous streak. Crystal nails the timing, her laughter ringing out like a bell, and suddenly, casting directors are whispering her name. She's got it, that rare knack for comedy that feels effortless. Next stop, It's a Living. She's Amy Thompson now, a waitress slinging trays and one-liners in a ritzy restaurant. The show's a slow burn, never quite hitting the big time, but Crystal, she's a standout. With every sassy quip and knowing glance, she polishes her craft, her natural grace blooming before the camera. These early roles aren't just stepping stones, they're the proving ground where Crystal hones her edge, showing the world she's more than a pretty face, she's a force. Cue the music, it's 1990, and Crystal's about to soar. Enter Wings, the sitcom that rockets her to fame and cements her as a 90s icon. Set in a quirky Nantucket airport, the show's a hit, blending sharp humor with heart. Crystal lands the role of Helen Chapel Hackett, but here's the kicker: Helen wasn't even supposed to exist. The producers originally envisioned a Greek immigrant's daughter, tapping Frasier star Peri Gilpin for the part. When Peri's schedule derails the plan, Crystal struts into the audition room, her southern drawl dripping with charm. She doesn't just win the role, she rewrites it. Helen transforms into a Texas Spitfire, a small-town gal with big dreams, and Crystal's fingerprints are all over her. Helen's no ordinary character. She starts as a waitress flipping pancakes at the airport diner, her apron hiding a burning ambition to play the cello professionally. Episode by episode, we watch her stumble, soar, and chase that dream, a journey that's equal parts hilarious and inspiring. Crystal pours herself into Helen, blending strength with vulnerability. One minute, she's bickering with pilots Joe and Brian. The next, she's spilling coffee in a slapstick meltdown. Fans adore her, she's relatable, real, the heart of Wings. But Crystal's not done dazzling us. Off-screen, she trades her apron for a guitar, diving into music with a passion that surprises even her biggest fans. She drops 2 country albums, The Girl Next Door in 1996, and Don't Touch Me There in 1999. Her voice, warm, soulful, achingly sweet, wins over a whole new crowd. Then there's Forever Tonight, her swoony duet with Peter Cetera of Chicago fame. It's a smash, climbing charts and sparking whispers of a secret romance. They deny it, but the chemistry, undeniable. Wings might have been her launchpad, but music and Helen together, that's Crystal's supernova moment. Behind the spotlight, Crystal's private world is a kaleidoscope of romance, rebellion, and riddles. She's a romantic with a twist, she doesn't buy the fairy tale of forever. Betting my life on one person could ruin me, she once confessed, her voice firm yet wistful. Her parents' happy marriage didn't sway her, instead, she forged her own path, keeping love light and fleeting. Marriage, not her game. In the early 2000s, she falls hard for Tony Thomas, a TV producer with clout. They're a golden couple, 15 years of friendship erupting into red carpet romance. Cameras flash as they stroll hand in hand, the perfect pair. Fans bet on wedding bells, but after 2 years, it's over, a breakup that leaves everyone guessing. Crystal stays mum, but Tony ties the knot with someone else a year later. Oof. Next, she's linked to Michael Shipley, a writer-producer with a quiet charm. It's brief, it's hushed, and it fades. Then comes Rush Limbaugh, yes, that Rush, a controversial commentator who sweeps her into a whirlwind fling. It crashes as fast as it starts. Today, Crystal's solo, and she's owning it. At 62, she laughs off the single life, saying planes scare her more than loneliness. She's dated legends, dodged vows, and lived by her rules, a free spirit who'd rather soar alone than clip her wings. But what's the real story behind those breakups? Crystal's lips are sealed, and that mystery only fuels her allure. If you've seen Wings, you'd swear Crystal's an aviation pro. Spoiler, she's terrified of flying. Small planes. Her personal horror movie. She once admitted that reading about crashes, think Buddy Holly, Lynyrd Skynyrd, sends her into a cold sweat. Filming Wings was a daily battle. She'd grit her teeth through plane scenes, masking panic with a smile. If I weren't scared stiff, she joked, Helen would have been the pilot. Co-stars saw the nerves, but fans never did, that's how good she was. Then there's the Tim Daly secret. On screen, Helen and Joe Hackett were sitcom soulmates. Off screen, Crystal was smitten. Tim's charm, that easy grin, those teasing jabs turned her into a blushing mess. Insiders spill that she lit up around him, her crush as a note, the user query ends here abruptly. Assuming the intent was to complete the script, I'll finish this section and proceed with the remaining parts. Had a chemistry that leapt off the screen, but in real life, Crystal's feelings were quiet wildfire. She'd blush when he'd tease her laughter a little too bright. When the writers split Helen and Joe, she mourned it. Those scenes with him were my favorite, she sighed. But Tim was married then, a dad with a full life, so Crystal kept it friendly. Fans still fantasize about what might have been, especially after his 2010 divorce. Could they have rewritten their own ending? We'll never know. Some stories stay unwritten. Acting was Crystal's launch, but music was her soul's true home. After Wings, she traded scripts for songs, pouring every ounce of herself into her art. In 1996, The Girl Next Door hit the scene, a country album brimming with her honeyed voice and raw heart. Then came Don't Touch Me There in 1999, a masterpiece of heartbreak. She teamed up with country star Billy Dean for a duet that cut deep, its lyrics a map of her own scars. "It's my life in music," she said, hinting at a love that slipped away. Her duet with Peter Cetera, I Wanna Take Forever Tonight, was pure magic, a slow burn ballad that had fans buzzing. Were they lovers? The rumors flew, but Crystal laughed them off, just friends with great harmony. That chemistry fueled her legend, even as she stepped back from the mic. By 2008, after her last film, Grave Misconduct, she faded from Hollywood's glare, choosing solitude over stardom. Now 62, with a $5 million nest egg, she's still a dreamer, single, searching, and savoring life her way. Music wasn't just a phase, it was her truest light, a legacy that hums on. From gospel kid to sitcom star to country crooner, Crystal Bernard blazed bright. Fear couldn't stop her, heartbreak couldn't dim her. At 62, she's a legend in repose, her next move a mystery. Loved this? Like and subscribe for more Hollywood tales. Your support keeps the stories coming.